Blah. I don't say blah blah blah.
They call me Pounds, here I'm known as 9'7". 8 customs create, plus I rhyme
great. YouTube, what's happening? YouTube, welcome back to another 978 Customs video, and today we have adult Miles Morales, a much better version of Miles Morales for me. Not sure if you seen my, I don't want to say last video, but one of my most recent videos where I kind of mentioned the Miles Morales body not being my type of figure, but it is a good figure. However, this is a better interpretation of Miles for me. I mean, he does grow up. Here's a comparison of the Hasbro released Miles Morales versus mine's. Not versus, but in comparison. You can see the Miles on the right is fairly small, and he's very thin, and there's no muscular tone to him or anything. I know he's a kid, and that's okay. So that's why I'm not complaining about the Miles Morales figure. I was actually happy when I first got it, and I'm still pleased to own it, to be honest. But I think having Miles Morales on his bullseye body just looks excellent to me. Anything on a bullseye body looks excellent. I'm biased to that body. Really quick, before I forget, this was made on a bullseye body. I just said that, so how could I forget? But no, it was made on a bullseye body using a Spider UK head and Spider UK hands as well. I have alternate hands for them. I'm still working on them, so I'm not able to display them for you guys, but they are 2 open hands and 2 thwip hands to go along with this Miles Morales. Someone contacted me through Instagram and asked me if I wanted to make an adult Miles Morales, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to because a Miles Morales figure already existed, but I thought if I can improve on that, then why not? Same thing with Superior Spider-Man. I don't really like to make things over and over and over again. There are some people hitting me up asking me to do some customs that I've already done, and unless it's really worth it, I really don't feel like making the same customs. It just, I don't know, it bores me when it comes to reviews. I don't want to review the same thing again, so I don't know. If you want to see some work in progress pics, we can get into that really quick. Bullseye body, stripped all the white paint, painted over black. I did take these pieces apart though. Added some red, some cobwebs on the face, a spider logo, then compared them a little bit to the Miles Morales figure to make sure everything was kind of lining up. Took a better picture, and I thought it looked pretty good. One thing I will say though, painting red is tough. It's almost harder than painting white, because white I feel like covers more area than red does. I like to water my paints, so every line I made was just not dark enough, so I had to go over it at least 2 or 3 times. Another quick side-by-side size up between the 2 Miles. And I think the one on the left kind of reminds me of the older Miles from the Spider-Man classic line. I don't think it's a classic line, but I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man movie, actually, where they had a Miles Morales figure. Didn't have any neck articulation, and it looked a little boxy and stuff, but I think that Miles figure was still a pretty decent figure in comparison to these 2. I think the bullseye on the left obviously is superior, and then the one on the right is probably the next best up, and then the other one I was just talking about. But here's a look at the back side of the logo, and I think I did pretty well. This is the first time I've ever made a Miles Morales, and so I think I did pretty good. And that's the reason why I made it too. I've never made one, and so even though a figure already exists, I would like to have my chance at giving it a shot, and that's what I did. But I think I probably will make another Miles Morales sometime in the future and keep him for myself if Hasbro doesn't update this Miles, which I don't think they ever will. They don't need to. Showing some work in progress pictures to the guy who wanted to get this done. He didn't really like the head. He said the eyes were too small. He wanted bigger eyes, and that was after the fact. We kind of discussed what the recipe was going to be, and I didn't really want to go all out to paint more webs on the head because, believe it or not, like I said, the red was tough to even apply, so I had to go over it a couple times, and I didn't really want to make another head, but I did offer him to make another head in the future, just to keep him satisfied. But everything is painted inside the butterfly joint. You can see that it does line up to a degree, not perfectly. You can't really line them up perfectly. You can, but I don't think I hit it. But they do line up fair enough where you can see it won't break the design. I mean, I don't know. I like this head personally. It's better than this head. These eyes are too big and buggy. They don't look intimidating or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. That's me personally. You can also see that the Hasbro release has a little more gloss to it, where mine's is super flat. Depends on which you prefer. Personally, I don't. It doesn't matter as long as they all kind of look similar on the shelf. Doesn't matter if it's super flat or a tiny bit gloss. I do like this one though. My favorite part, articulation. Head goes left, does go right. It will also go up and down. No, but you do get the articulation you would desire from a figure, a Spider-Man figure. Butterfly joints, shoulders go up. You see this bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows work fairly well on this body, not the greatest. You get that wrist swivel and a hinge. You get this ab crunch, works really good. Painted inside all the way. Swivel at the waist. He can't quite do a split, but his thighs do split about that much. Legs go up, thighs do swivel. You do get this boot swivel as well. Double jointed knees, and then the ankle joint and pivot. I really don't care what nobody says. I would like to see more Spider-Man on his body. An original Spider-Man, particularly, I would like to see Peter Parker on his body. I seen someone's custom on a Facebook group who made a classic Spidey on his body, and it looked pretty cool. So I do expect to see one of those in the future. But you never know. Miles Morales is becoming more popular than ever. At first, a lot of people backlashed because he's black, and they didn't want to see Spider-Man black. Always trying to put down a brother, man. No, but he is becoming more popular. They are doing the Into the Spider-Verse at the end of 2018, I think, Christmas time. And it mainly features Miles. I hope it has other spiders. I assume it does. So I can't wait to see that. I'm hoping they really touch on the Spider-Verse and not just give me Miles' story, but I'll watch it. My eyes are opening. My ears are open. We want to compare Miles Morales to a couple other Spider-Man we can. Here we have vintage Spider-Man. Looks thin compared to this Miles. But we all know, like, black dudes got bigger bodies, man. Like, he's naturally buffer. What if Fantastic Four Spider-Man? He looks alright too. His shoulders are wide. And then Spider UK, who's the biggest spider out of all of them. You see the heads are the exact same with Miles and Spider UK. Side note, if you guys want me to review that Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic with the head mod, I'll be happy to, because I kind of like the Fantastic Four figure, or the Mr. Fantastic figure. I wish all Hasbro arms popped off. It'd be easier to customize and arm swap and stuff. Here's Noir, another favorite. So I'm just going to line up a few Spider-Man, swap out some people, and let it play back. But look, YouTube, we are almost at the end of the video. If you like this Miles Morales and you want to see more Spider-Man customs, feel free to let me know what you think about this one first, right? And then let me know which one you want to see next. And then let's see who's going to get first today. And then let me know what you think about this little guy here. It's funny because as much as I was talking junk about the Miles Morales body, I think it works really well with this Mangaverse. Go ahead, give me a thumbs up if you think this is a cool custom. And feel free to subscribe, y'all, if you want to see more Spider-Man customs. And I'll see you in the next review. Thanks.
Bloody hell, lad, too many spiders.
Man, what you talking about?
Like a Mangaverse, big boy. Yeah, man.
Now wait a minute, hater, why you always come round watching somebody video only to give a thumb down on YouTube? Top of the morning until the sundown, trolling every account. I notice there's always one clown. Look, I just want to make videos for the viewers. I know I'm not the coolest or slightly even the cutest, but if you do view this, I promise to be the truest reviewer and customizer while adding some smooth music. You choose it. This future foundation is built big time from the viewer conversations, new creations, channel collaborations.